Welcome to DVCom Technology. In this lab, I am going to show it to you how to configure DrayTek 2862 LAC router. Let's go and understand the topology before I configure the router. Objective of this lab is how to configure port-based VLANs in DrayTek 2862 LAC router. That's the main purpose of this lab. So if you observe here, just for you guys to understand, if you observe here, I have 4 LAN interfaces, which are P1, P2, P3 and P4. By default, these 4 interfaces are belongs to the LAN zone, and the subnet is configured 192.168.1.0/24. To configure this DrayTek router, initially we can able to connect either P1 or P2 or P3 or P4. The moment when you connect it, then automatically you are going to get the IP address from 192.168.1.0 subnet. Why? Because by default these 4 interfaces are belongs to the same zone, which is called LAN. Now what I am going to do, I am going to shift each and every port into different VLAN. So for the administrative purpose, I am going to connect P1 interface to my desktop directly, which is this, and I am going to get the IP address from same subnet, which is 192.168.1.0. Now what I am going to do, port number 1 I am going to connect it to my layer 2 switch, and I am going to shift this port into VLAN number 15. And port number 3 I am going to directly connect it to my layer 2 switch, and I am going to shift this port into VLAN number 20. Port number 4 I am going to connect directly into my layer 2 switch, and I am going to shift into VLAN number 25. Now for testing purpose, I am going to shift another port into VLAN number 15, and 20 also same, 25 also same, which means what I am trying to do here, in VLAN number 15 I am going to shift port number 1 and 2, and VLAN number 20 I am going to shift port number 3 and port number 4, and VLAN number 25 I am going to shift port number 5 and port number 6. So here each and every port I am going to shift into different VLANs. But my PC I connected to the P1 because this is for administrative purpose to access my DrayTek router. That's why I keep it like this. After shifting all this, what I am going to do, I am going to change the subnets. For P2 interface, I am going to make a subnet as 192.168.15.0, and 15.1 is the gateway, and I am going to enable the DHCP and DNS. That's what I am trying to do. Then after that, for VLAN number 20, I am going to give 192.168.20.0, and 20.1 is the gateway, and I am going to enable the DHCP and DNS. And same for VLAN number 25, 192.168.25.0 and 25.1, and I am going to enable the DHCP and DNS. Once I finish my LAN segment, I am going to the WAN interface, and WAN 2 interface I am going to connect it to internet. Let's go and have a look. If you see here, my WAN 2 interface I am going to configure with the public IP, which is 195.229.219.2/27, and the gateway is .1. After that, I am going to verify. I am going to connect my PC into each and every VLAN, and I will check whether I can able to get the internet access or not. So first of all, before I am going to start my lab, I just want to show it to you what are the changes I have done it in my layer 2 switch. Let's go and have a look. Show VLAN brief. Right now I configured 3 VLANs, which is VLAN number 15, 20 and 25. And the names for the VLAN is red, green and brown as per the topology. If you see here, red, green and brown. After that, I have shifted 2 ports. port number 1 and port number 2 into VLAN number 15. See here. And port number 3 and 4 I shifted into green VLAN. Port number 5 and 6 I shifted into port number VLAN number 25, which is my brown VLAN. So far in layer 2 switch side everything is fine, and so far I didn't connect any device. If you type show interface status, you can see there is no device are connected at the moment. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to access my DrayTek router and I'm going to configure this. I'm going to show it to you step by step how to configure this. So let's see here. To complete this topology, just follow these steps, guys. So if you see here, access the DrayTek router with the default IP, default username and password. So open the browser. As you know that the default IP is 192.168.1.1. Right now I have connected my PC into DrayTek router port number 1. That's why I can able to access, guys. And if you want to verify that what IP address I got it, just type here ipconfig. If you see here, I got the IP address is 192.168.1.10. And if you want to check the reachability, as I mentioned in my previous video, just type 192.168.1.1. I have a successful reachability. See here, I can able to see my login page. Then type the username as admin, password is admin. Then after that, click login. The moment when you enter in, you can able to see the warning. So the warning is saying that change the default password. Then click OK. Then I don't want to do any recovery at the moment. So if you want to change that, just go down and select the system maintenance. Then after that, click on administrator password. Then after that, enter the old password, which is admin, then the new password. After that, go down, click OK. I don't want to save this. For verification, just log out from DrayTek router and enter the username as admin and enter the new password. Then after that, click login. There you go. Now by seeing this dashboard, you can able to understand what are the interfaces are up and running. And also I just want to show it to you one more thing. You just go to the system maintenance, and also if you see here, there is a time and date. So if you want to change this, just do the time change here. So for example, if I am belongs to Dubai at the moment, so you can select here GMT plus 4, Abu Dhabi and Muscat, then click OK. The moment once you connect to the internet, automatically it's going to sync with your NTP server and you will get the proper date and time. So you don't worry about that. So now that is the first step which I did it. The second step is that terminate the LAN interface from DrayTek router to layer 2 switch as per the topology. So as per my topology, what we decided, guys, so port number 2 should be into VLAN number 15, port number 3 into VLAN number 20, port number 4 into VLAN number 25. But before that, I just want to show it to you something. Just go to the LAN and click on the general setup. By default, if you see here, only the LAN 1 subnet is enabled at the moment. And what about these remaining subnets? Those are not enabled. So to do that, what you have to do, go to the VLAN and click here enable. The moment when you enable it, for example, as I discussed to you, port number 2, see port number 1 by default I am going to keep it in LAN 1 subnet because I want to access. If you see here, guys, don't get confused. This is the one you need to understand. So here they configured different subnets. So the LAN 1 subnet, it has the IP address is 192.168.1, and by default the DHCP is enabled and the interface is enabled. This is the default. Now what I am going to do, for port number 2 I am going to assign to LAN 2. For port number 3 I am going to assign to LAN 3. Port number 4 I am going to assign LAN 4. Then these are the subnets. So as per my topology, I need to change these subnets. Once I assign it, I can able to see the details page. Then I can able to do the changes. That's what I'm going to do now. Are you clear, guys? I don't want to disturb this LAN 1 because my PC is connected there. So how you are going to do that? Let's go to the VLAN. Then click enable. Now select P1 and keep it as LAN 1. No need to do. And select P2. And I want to make it as LAN 2. and select P3. Then I want to make it as LAN 3 and select P4. Then I want to make it as LAN 4. Then after that, see here guys, you will get say OK. Now you can able to see this one. Then after that, click OK. Your router is going to see here LAN 1, LAN 2, LAN 3, LAN 4. By default, we separated into different subnets. So by default, LAN 1 is belongs to 192.168.1 network. LAN 2 is belongs to 2 network. LAN 3 is belongs to 3 and LAN 4 is belongs to 4. Let's go and access the router again. So click on admin and say admin. I believe I changed my password. I'm sorry for that. Say login. There you go. Then after that, go to the LAN, and if you see here, there is a, before I am not able to see this. Did you remember that? We are not able to see the details page. Now I can able to go and do the changes in my details page. Now click on the details page, and as per my LAN 2 is associated to port number 2. Guys, don't get confused here. It's very easy. So the LAN 2, this subnet we are going to associate to port number 2. And port number 3 is associated to LAN 3. Port number 4 is associated to LAN 4. Now, as per this, what we are going to do, for port number 2, as per my topology, I need to use it 15.1 as the gateway. And port number 3, I am going to use 20.1 as the gateway. And port number 4, 25.1. This is what I am trying to achieve. So I need to do the changes according to that. Let's go and do that. So click on the details page and change the IP address 192.168.15.1. It's a class C mask, it's fine. And enable the server. So I'm going to enable the DHCP server. So 192.168.15.50. I want to start my DHCP from 15.50. Let's keep 100, no issues. And I'm going to keep gateway as 192.168.15.1. And I want to give the DNS is 213. It's already before I entered in my previous lab. That's why I can able to see those. It's easy for me. Say OK. Then after that, LAN 2 IP was changed to 192.168.15.1. Yes, continue. Then after that, use the current configuration. Click OK. Now you can able to see here 15.1. Now my router is going to reboot and it's going to come back now. Now I need to access my router again. If you have something doubt, just put continuous ping until you've configured your router. Still it has a 1.1. Keep remember, my PC is connected to port number 1 so that I can able to access my router. There is no changes at all. So wait for a moment. It's going to come back now. There you go. Then just refresh and enter the username again, admin, and password is secret. Then after that, don't save it. Now go to the LAN, click on the general setup. Now I want to change it to LAN 3. So LAN 3, which is connected to my port number 3, right guys? Port number 1, port number 2 and port number 3. Keep remember like that. So details page and change it as 192.168.20.1. It's /24 mask, that's fine. And 192.168.20.50. And I want to give the pool counts will be 100. That's okay, no problem. And 192.168.20.1 as the gateway for my DHCP. And primary IP address is same. I don't want to change it, guys. There you go. Then click OK. Then say OK. Then click OK. Now again, my router is going to reboot. Just wait for a few seconds. It's going to come back now. There you go. It's take hardly 10 seconds only to come back, guys. Now you can able to see the ping again. So nothing to worry. There you go. Then just refresh. You will back again and click admin. There you go. Then after that, go to the LAN interface. Then click on general setup. Now I am going to change this guy into 25. 192.168.25.1 class C mask. It's fine. and I want to start the IP address is 192.168.25.50 and the gateway IP address is 192.168.25.1 and I want to use the same DNS. I don't want to change it so far. There you go. In case if you want, you can change it, guys. There is no problem for that. Then click on OK, then say OK, then use the current configuration, just reboot it. Okay, now you are done as per your topology. Just see here, the router is going to reboot. Yes, the LAN interface is disconnected and router is rebooting now. There you go. Within 10 seconds you are able to see the reply, guys. There's no, it's awesome. DrayTek, you can see that it's awesome. Then after that say refresh. Then after that click admin and enter the password. The moment when it's rebooting means it's going to refreshing, guys. That's the important thing you need to understand. So just go here LAN and everything is configured as per my topology. Now let's go to the dashboard. If you see here, so far I didn't connect it, right? Let's go and connect it now. Don't waste your time. Let's go and connect it. So now I'm going to take couple of cables, guys. So I'm going to connect. So connect from port 2 in my DrayTek router, which is connected to port number 1 in Cisco switch. Then after that, connect port number 3 in DrayTek router, and in Cisco switch I am going to connect port number 3. Did you remember? Port number 1 and 2 belongs to VLAN number 15 and port number 3 and 4 belongs to 20. So I am going to take the last cable, which is port number 4, and I am going to connect it to 6. So now if you see, guys, try to observe it. Open your switch, port number 1 and 2, let me take my pen, port number 1 and 2 are belongs to VLAN number 15. Right now I have connected port number 1 from my DrayTek router, and port number 3 and 4 are belongs to VLAN number 20, and port number 5 and 6 are belongs to 25. Right? That's why if you see here, port number 1, which is connected to P2, port number 3 is connected to P3, port number 4 is connected to port number 5. So for testing, I am going to use these ports. My PCs are connecting here. I will connect my test PC and I will check one by one. That's what I'm going to show it to you guys. So far everybody is clear, I think so. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to terminate my WAN interface. But still I cannot able to see this. What's the reason? Just refresh it, guys. See? That's it. No need to worry. Everything is simple and easy. Now so far you connected and each interface you shifted into different VLANs. Make sure that port number 1 I didn't shift into any VLAN. By default I am directly accessing. So here the admin PC is connected. And port number 2 is belongs to 15. Port number 3 is belongs to 20. Port number 4 is belongs to 25. Hope everybody is clear. This is your admin VLAN. Admin is connected there. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to terminate the WAN interface also, guys. So far I didn't get the internet. So just go to the WAN, click on general setup. If you see here, there is 4 WAN interfaces are there. I'm going to use WAN 2. So click on internet access. There you go. Click on WAN 2 interface. If you see here, by default it's selected with static or dynamic. Then click on the details page. And by default, if you notice here, it's selected in dynamic mode. See, guys, if you select here, it's by default it's in dynamic mode. In case if your service provider says that just connect it, you will get the internet. So just leave it like that, so that you will get the IP address, default route, everything from your service provider automatically. In case As per my lab topology, I'm going to configure it as a static IP. So I need to select this, specify an IP address, which is 195.229.219.2. Subnet mask 255.255.224 because it's a /27. And gateway IP address is 195.229.219.1. And the primary server is 213.42.20.20, and the secondary server is 195.229.241.222. There you go. Then go down, then click OK. That's it. Now the router needs to be rebooted. The WAN configuration changes to take effect. Say click OK. Now just keep continuous ping. Wait for a few seconds. Once it comes up, I'm going to connect my WAN interface to WAN 2. So I'm going to terminate my ISP connection. Just wait for a few seconds, guys. Yeah, it's going to coming now. Within 10 seconds, I can able to see the reply from my DrayTek router. There you go. Say refresh. Then log into your DrayTek router, admin, then admin. I'm sorry, it's not admin, it's a secret. There you go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to connect my WAN interface. There you go. So far I have connected to my WAN 2 interface. My ISP is terminated there. Still I cannot able to see the status. So just refresh it. That's it. There you go. Now I just want to show it to you some surprises here. I didn't write any default route, right? Just go on verify, go to the diagnostics and go here, click on the routing table. See here. So far we have connected 192.168.15 network, 1 network, and 25 network, 20 network, and my WAN 2. And by default, the default route is included. And if you want to know what is C, see here, this is connected. Whenever you see star, it's a default route. It's very, very simple to understand, guys. Just say refresh if you want. Now the testing phase is going to start. So first of all, let's go and verify it. What's the IP address, guys? Now I'm checking VLAN number 15. So again, try to understand this concept, guys. So this is my layer 2 switch. Okay. So there is two ports, port number 1 and port number 2. One is connected to my DrayTek router, right, in port number 2, right, and it's configured with 15.0 network, and we shifted these ports into 15 VLAN, and my PC I am going to connect it to port number 2 now for testing purpose. This is my PC. So now if my configuration everything is fine, then I can able to get the IP address from VLAN number 15 and I can able to access the internet. And I forgot to test one more thing. So far I had terminated my WAN 2 connection. Let's check port number 1 is getting internet or not. If you type ipconfig, it's 1.10, it's connected to port number 1, and type ping 4.2.2, there you go, and ping www.google.com. It's perfectly all right, there is no issue now. So I'm going to do that now. Let's go and do it. So I'm going to disconnect my cable from DrayTek router, so I'm going to lose the connectivity. So just check it. Keep continuous ping. If you want, keep continuous ping 4.2.2. This is better to do. Okay, I'm removing, guys. Let's see what's going on. And I'm going to connect it to in my switch port number 2, which belongs to VLAN number 15. Let's go and connect it. There you go. Wow, I got the internet, but I need to verify the IP address, right? So how to do that? Just right click and click on command prompt. This one you can continue at the background. There is no issue, guys. Let's see, it's continuing there. Now what I'm going to do, I need to get the IP address from 192.168.15 subnet, right? Let's say ipconfig. There you go. I got the IP address from 192.168.15.50. It's correct. And I just want to check from my DrayTek router. let's go and click on the DHCP table. Just a moment. Here the problem is, did you notice one thing, guys? 192.168.1, that interface, we removed it from port 1. So I want to access my DrayTek router with 192.168.15.1. That's good. Then type admin and password. There you go. Now go to the diagnostic, then check it here, the DHCP table. There you see it. So that I got the IP address from port number 2 and I shifted that port into VLAN number 15. That's why I can able to see this. Now the next step is that still I didn't stop this one. It's continuously pinging, guys. Now the next test. I'm going to test VLAN number 20. So try to understand that. Did you remember? I just explained to you again. For you to clear, guys. That's what my main concern. So here there is 2 ports. What are those? 3 and 4. 1 and 2 is belongs to VLAN number 15. 3 and 4 is belongs to VLAN number 20. Right? So port number 3 is connected to your DrayTek router, which is port number 3. Right? And we configured here 20.0 network. We enable the DHCP and we configure the DNS. Now for testing phase, I am connecting port number 4, my PC. This guy. And now when I connect my PC there, I need to get the IP address from 20 subnet, right? That is first. After that, I need to get the internet access as well. Let's go and verify. See in the background, I can able to see here, still the ping has not yet stopped. See here in the background. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do now, let's go and remove it. And let's go and connect it to port number 4, because here we have 2-3 switches are there. Okay, anyway, it's fine. That's fine. Now see, I got the IP address. Now what I'm going to do now, my internet is there. Click on IP config. See, I got the IP address from VLAN number 20. There you go. If you want to access that, you can access from here also. That's not a problem, because still VLAN number 15 is running there. There is no issue. In case if you are not able to access that, simply you type 192.168.20.1. That's what I'm going to do. There you go. And click on username admin, password is, there you go. Then after that, verify the DHCP. That's what I'm trying to show it to you. Click on DHCP. Then after that, click DHCP table. You can say here. Everybody. So far it's clear. Now what I'm going to do, the third step, still the ping is continuing. I'm going to remove my PC from VLAN number 20 and I'm going to connect it to VLAN number 25. Let's do that. See, when I remove it, I lose the communication. Did you see here? I lost my communication because I disconnected. See that? It's disconnected. Right? Now I'm going to connect it to VLAN number. There you go. 25 and verify the IP address. Type IP config. See, I got the IP address. So far everything is working fine without any issues. So this is how you are able to do the configurations. If you want to divide in each and every port into different VLAN, you can able to do this. So let's go and see my steps. So far I terminated the internet connection on WAN 2 interface. Assign the static IP address as per the topology. We did that, and we verify the routing table, and we have tested each and every PC and we connected into different. And there is last one is configuration backup. Let's go and do that. So to do the configuration backup, go to the system maintenance, just come down. If you see here, there is a configuration backup. Once you reach here, I believe you need to access from 192.168.25.1. There you go. Admin and the password. There you go. Now let's go down, system maintenance. There you can go to the configuration backup. Then if you see here, there is a backup. If you want to protect with the password, click on this and enter the password. I don't want to do that. Just take the manual backup. Click on backup. You will see .cfg file, then save it. That's it. It's going to store it in your download folder. Hope you are enjoying my videos, guys. Thank you for watching. For more video trainings and all, please send us an email info@datavoice.com. Thank you for watching this video.